Did you know that there's a hidden epidemic that's been going on for the past decade? Welcome to our video series where we talk about a pressing yet under-discussed health issue, the global iodine deficiency epidemic. Iodine is a trace element that's found naturally in our foods, in our soil, and even the ocean. It's not something that crosses our minds on a daily basis, but it plays a vital role in our body. Our thyroid gland, for example, a butterfly-shaped organ at the base of our neck, uses iodine to produce hormones that control things like metabolism, growth, brain development, and so much more. So as you can see that when we don't get enough iodine, the results can be severe on our health. The World Health Organization estimates that nearly a third of the world's population, around 2 billion people, has insufficient intake of iodine. Insufficient iodine intake can cause a range of health problems such as an enlarged thyroid gland called a goiter, and in severe cases, intellectual disability in children, and an increased risk of stillbirths and infant mortality. But what causes iodine deficiency, and which regions and populations are most at risk today? Stick with us in this series as we explore these questions and more on the hidden epidemic of today, iodine deficiency. And that's all I have for this week's video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until the next week's video, take care. In this week's video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the issue of the hidden epidemic of iodine deficiency. We're going to explore some causes, the geographical distribution, and the devastating health effects that iodine deficiency has on our bodies. Naturally, some regions are more iodine deficient than others, and this is largely due to iodine poor soils such as in South Asia, parts of Europe, and in Africa. The scarcity in these soils means that the crops that are grown in these regions and livestock that are reared in these regions are iodine deficient. And when people consume these iodine deficient vegetables, fruits, or livestock, they also become iodine deficient. The impact that this deficiency can have on our health can be severe. The most visible sign is the goiter, which is the swelling in our neck from an enlarged thyroid gland. But the most devastating effect is on future generations. When pregnant women are iodine deficient, the children can suffer irreversible damage to their developing brains, resulting in intellectual disabilities. So that's all I have for this week's video. Please join me next week as we continue this discussion on the hidden epidemic. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until the next week's video, take care. So welcome back. In this series, we're talking about the hidden epidemic of iodine deficiency. Today, we're going to talk about what does this iodine deficiency mean for our communities. As it turns out, the consequences are significant. Iodine deficiency doesn't only cause health problems, it also leads to larger social and economic issues. According to the World Health Organization, iodine deficiency can lower a country's GDP by as much as 2 to 3%. It can lead to reduced worker productivity due to health problems and increased healthcare costs for treatment. The effects on children are particularly concerning. Those suffering from iodine deficiency often perform poorly in school due to cognitive decline, potentially limiting their future prospects and continuing the cycle of poverty. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are effective strategies for preventing and treating iodine deficiency, and that's exactly what we'll explore in the next video. That's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, subscribing. Until the next video, take care. So welcome back. In this series, we're exploring the hidden epidemic of iodine deficiency. So far, we explore the causes, the health impacts, the broader social and economic impacts. So this hidden epidemic seems to be a daunting problem, but there is a silver lining, and that is that iodine deficiency is completely reversible. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The most common measure is using iodized salt, and it has been successful and cost-effective in many parts of the world. But apart from iodized salt, it's also important to have a diverse diet, including seafood, dairy products, and iodine-enriched foods. In some cases, it may be necessary to have iodine supplements. According to the Iodine Global Network, the number of countries with severe iodine deficiency has dramatically decreased since 1993 from 113 to 19. Despite this progress, I want to caution you, the reason why it's called a hidden epidemic is because the number of countries and people, even in North America, who are iodine deficient is increasing. And this is because changes in dietary habits such as lower intake of iodized salt, lower intake of seafood, and lower intake of dairy products. Furthermore, restaurants or caterers or outside food vendors often use kosher, coarse, or Himalayan salts, and these salts have little to no iodine. So that's all I have for this week's video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until the next week's video, take care. So welcome to the final episode of this series where we're talking about the hidden epidemic of iodine deficiency. Today we're going to talk about the policy battle when it comes to this issue. Governments, international organizations, and not-for-profits play a crucial role in preventing iodine deficiency. They can enforce the use of iodized salt, they can fund programs that increase dietary diversity, and they can ensure access to iodine supplements. Programs like the Salt Iodization Program has been extremely successful, but there needs to be a continuing monitoring of their impact, especially today when the iodine deficiency is a hidden epidemic. And that's where each of us comes in. As informed citizens, we have the potential for great impact. We can spread awareness, we can encourage our policymakers to prioritize iodine deficiencies and ensure that our families get sufficient iodine in their diet. So that's all I have for this video and this series on the hidden epidemic of iodine deficiency. Thanks for watching. If you found this series helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, subscribing, and until the next series, take care. Thanks everyone for tuning in to our weekly videos talking about the hidden epidemic of iodine deficiency. This video is just to answer some of the questions that you've sent me about our last video on policies that we can use to prevent iodine deficiency. So let's get into it. First question is, what is the primary role of policy in preventing iodine deficiency? Policy offers a structured approach to guide, regulate, and ensure that prevention efforts for iodine deficiency are in place. For instance, many countries have laws mandating the iodization of salt. By setting legal standards, governments can ensure that public health goals are met. Check out more information about policies on the World Health Organization website. The link of that is in the description below. How have governments and organizations intervened to address the iodine epidemic? That's a great question. So they've introduced various strategies such as the Salt Iodization Program, public awareness campaigns, and the fortification of other food items with iodine. For example, India launched the National Iodine Deficiency Disorders Control Program to address this issue. Check out more about the program. The link of that is in the description below. Why is consistent monitoring and adjustment necessary for an iodine deficiency prevention program? To ensure that initiatives remain effective, consistent monitoring is key. For instance, the Philippines monitors salt quality regularly to ensure iodine levels comply with standards. To learn more about the Philippines experience, link of that in the description below. What role can individuals play in combating iodine deficiency? Individuals can lobby for effective policies, supporting NGOs working in this area, and ensure that their dietary choices are sound. Iodine Global Network is an excellent platform for advocacy and information. The link for that is in the description below. Why is it vital for policymakers to prioritize the issue of iodine deficiency? Apart from the health implications, addressing iodine deficiency can actually lead to economic benefits. Proper iodine levels can improve productivity and cognitive abilities. Countries like Thailand have seen an improvement in national IQ scores after addressing population iodine deficiency. How can one spread awareness about the iodine deficiency epidemic? Social media campaigns, school programs, and community workshops can be effective approaches. Organizations like the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition offers resources for this. The link of that in the description below. What is the ultimate goal when it comes to addressing iodine deficiency? I'm glad you asked that, and this is the perfect way to end off our series on iodine deficiency. The goal is the global eradication of iodine deficiency disorders by ensuring that everyone has access to the necessary dietary iodine, leading to improved public health outcomes worldwide. Thanks for watching. My name is Umair Majid. I'm from The Methodologist. If you found this Q&A helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until the next Q&A and next video, take care. Thanks everyone for watching our videos on the hidden epidemic on iodine deficiency. Thank you for sending all the questions about prevention and treatment and other questions. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this opportunity to answer some of your questions to the best of my ability. So let's get into it. So the first question is, why is iodine deficiency referred to as the hidden epidemic? Imagine an iceberg. What we see on the surface is just a fraction of the size. Similarly, the visible symptoms of iodine deficiency are just the tip, with many underlying issues and undiagnosed cases submerged beneath the surface. The second question you sent me was, what's the importance of iodine for our body? Think of iodine as the fuel of a car's engine, where the engine represents our thyroid gland. Without fuel, the car won't run. Similarly, without iodine, our thyroid can't produce essential hormones that drive our metabolism, growth, and development. Just as a car's performance is compromised by low quality fuel, our body's performance can be hindered without adequate iodine intake. Are certain populations more at risk for iodine deficiency? Short answer is yes. The long answer is as follows. Imagine living on a mountain where certain resources like water are scarce. Similarly, people in mountainous regions or areas with frequent flooding might find themselves iodine scarce due to the nature of the soil in the region. Furthermore, pregnant women and infants are more susceptible to the effects of iodine deficiency because generally they need more nutrients for growth and development. How can one know if they have iodine deficiency? It's like trying to diagnose a car problem based on a few sounds and hiccups. It's not always straightforward. While there are symptoms like fatigue and cold sensitivity, this can be mistaken for other issues. The surest way is the mechanic's diagnostic test, or in our case, medical tests and blood tests. Are there any other natural sources of iodine other than seafood and dairy? Absolutely. Vegetables like spinach and soybean can be sources, but their iodine content varies based on several factors, like the soil's iodine content. Can cooking destroy iodine content in foods? Yes, it might. Boiling, for instance, might reduce iodine content, just as hot water can fade certain fabrics. However, gentler cooking methods like grilling and baking can preserve more iodine content in the foods you eat. Why is iodized salt considered the most common measure against iodine deficiency? Iodized salt is the primary weapon against iodine deficiency because of its simplicity and cost effectiveness. For example, in the early 1920s, people in the United States faced a ton of issues with goiters. As this issue worsened, the United States introduced iodized salt into the population, subsequently seeing a dramatic reduction in the number of cases of goiter. Since salt is a staple in foods around the world, fortifying with iodine ensures widespread coverage. Are there any side effects or concerns associated with consuming iodized salt? For most people, iodized salt will be safe. However, just like with anything, moderation is key. Excessive salt intake can lead to hypertension or other heart-related issues. In rare cases, excessive iodine can lead to thyroid dysfunction. Why is a diverse diet important in preventing iodine deficiency? A diverse diet acts as a safety net. For instance, if someone lives inland and doesn't eat seafood, they may still be able to get iodine from dairy or enriched foods. Think of it like investing. You wouldn't put all your money in one stock, you diversify to ensure stability. In what situations might someone need iodine supplements? Consider a vegan who doesn't consume dairy or seafood and lives in a region where the soil is naturally iodine deficient. Such an individual might not get enough iodine from food and may need supplements. think of it as watching a recorded concert versus attending one live. While the recorded version supplements, can give you the music, the live event natural sources provides the atmosphere, additional nutrients, and a holistic experience. Natural sources are always preferred, but sometimes the recorded version is all you have access to. You said that the number of countries with iodine deficiency has decreased, but the number of individuals with iodine deficiency is increased. What is happening? Think of it like a city where most neighborhoods have access to clean water, but a few trendy areas prefer untreated natural sources. While the city overall has improved access to water, those specific neighborhoods might see a rise in waterborne diseases. Similarly, even if countries have policies in place, individual choices like the trend of using non-iodized salts can lead to deficiencies. Let's move on to questions you sent me about policies and practices. So first question is, how can restaurants play a role in preventing iodine deficiency? Imagine a popular restaurant that serves hundreds of customers daily. If they switch to using iodized salt, they can potentially impact thousands of people weekly. By making this simple change and perhaps even promoting the health benefits, restaurants can set the trend and make a difference. How can individuals advocate for better iodine nutrition in their communities? Imagine a single candle in the dark. While it provides light, when more candles are lit from the original candle, the brightness multiplies. Similarly, one informed individual can spark awareness in others, multiplying the impact. Hosting community talks or school programs is like lighting more candles, spreading brightness and knowledge. How do policies ensure that iodized salts reach everyone? Imagine a town with a single road leading to all the essential services in that town. If the road is blocked, no one can access those services. Policies act as safeguards, ensuring that the road remains open and everyone can access iodized salt. Why are policies so important for iodine deficiency? Policies are game changers. For instance, in the 1990s, Turkmenistan faced a severe iodine deficiency in their population. By implementing a national policy of mandatory iodization of salt, they saw a drastic reduction in iodine deficiency disorders in just a few years. Make sure to watch our last episode of our iodine deficiency series where we talk about the importance of policies in preventing iodine deficiency. Thanks for watching. My name is MAID. I'm from The Methodologist. If you found this Q&A helpful, please let us know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until the next Q&A and video, take care.